Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing MekHQ. I'm not expecting any interruptions this week, like I was last week. Last week I had three different things that I was expecting to interrupt the stream and none of them actually happened, which is all well and good in my book. One bad thing that did happen was we lost a pilot. And I know in some games losing one pilot is par for the course, but I try to avoid that in this campaign. We lost Anita bin Ezrael, who took multiple headshots in the Grasshopper, which we also we got 300,000 in C bills in battle loss compensation for the Grasshopper, which is good because it needs an arm, a leg, and a head. But yeah, last week we just finished that mission and ran through the after action report. We didn't get any salvage because technically we didn't control the battlefield, and all the salvage was at the bottom of the water. We did capture a Margaret Matsumoto, who is not wait, is listed as a dependent, not a prisoner. That's very weird. I wonder if any of the rest of these were prisoners. That's weird. She should have been listed as prisoner. Okay, yeah, we've got plenty of prisoners. Try clicking on her name again. And she's listed as a dependent now. I don't know what happened there. Let's go to active. Let's go back down here to the mech warriors where we were. We are expecting the repair bay to be filling up here over the next couple of days as people come back from their deployments. We do also have a space battle coming up. I believe that's going to be tomorrow. Let me double check. Today's the 11th. Yes, that is happening on the 12th. So that's probably going to be a quick mission because it's not worth strategic objective points. Speaking of which, we do have a strategic objective to defeat hostile forces at 3-2, which I don't recall exactly how that battle turned out, but they're not there anymore, but we failed that objective. So I don't know if we're going to be able to actually complete all of our objectives for this mission, or if we're just going to have to go with some other option besides a clear victory. We do also have this hostile data center that we need to deal with. Once some of our lances come back from being deployed, we'll send them out after that. It is going to be just a little bit though, because the deployment period for this part of the map is 3 days. That said, I've got everyone in the infirmary that needs to be in the infirmary. There's nothing to do in the repair bay. The warehouse is all fixed up. I think we're ready to advance to the next day. And yes, there is a space interception battle today. I'll have to take a look at the op for here in a second. Hopefully it's not much of a mission. And there's nothing else going on right now. The repair bay. Yes, now we've got everyone in the repair bay. And that looks like everyone. I see at least 3 different lances there. So let's go ahead. We'll put everyone in the transport bay that belongs in the transport bay. Because we're totally cheesing it like that. We can do repairs first, or we can do the battle first. I am open to suggestion. We do have an allied slayer with a veteran pilot. Our op 4 is a lightning, a corsair, a pair of corsairs, a Sholigar, a thunderbird, and a slayer. And a slayer, if I recall, has an autocannon 20, autocannon 10, and a slew of medium lasers. So the Slayer with the better than average pilot might be our first target. There are also unknown enemies, including an elite pilot and an eagle, and a 3-6 in the lightning and a 3-5 in an eagle. So that Juan Marquez might be another target that we're fighting or trying to take down as soon as possible. We're deploying in the north and the northwest on a 30 by 40 space map. Our objective is to destroy or cripple 50% of hostile aircraft. Our objective is to maintain or to keep the house officer alive. Unidentified aerospace units have been detected. Pre-battle damaged allies. Allies. You mean the Slayer? And that's on there twice. So we don't know what kind of damage the Slayer is going to have sustained. But our objectives are to destroy or rout the Rasselhog primary op 4, preserve the house officer, and preserve half of our forces. So hopefully these unknown hostiles take more of a chunk out of the bad guys than they do out of us. But we will see. In the meantime, let's see what we can do. We've got Edeborg, who is an internal specialist, can start knocking out these easier repairs. Like this left torso, knock that out in 45 minutes real quick, and the right leg as well. We could do it in 23 minutes, but I didn't feel like messing with non-round numbers. Let's see. The Blackjack is going to need an arm. We can get that on 5, but it is going to take us about 2 more days. And then the Grasshopper, I think, is going to be our next target. Let's see. So the Archer still has just armor left. We've got Chris can knock out this armor on 4s, it looks like. Or she should be able to if she can roll higher than a 4. Ooh, 150 minutes. Didn't mean to do that. We've got Penny Singh Gilmore and knock this out on a 4, and we've got 3 actuators. This is the Archer that went into battle with just a limp, unarmored arm hanging off of its side. So we can get that guy back into working shape. We've got Oliver can knock out a couple of these. We'll have Shada knock out the last one. See the Atlas. We've got Ratnabala doing ammo. We might need some more autocannon LB10X cluster ammo. We're down to 63 shots. Yeah, let's go ahead. Should be LBX cluster ammo. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy 50 shots of that, and we'll buy 50 shots of this as well. So let's see, we've got armor on the Atlas. We'll have Guillaume work on that. He's an armor specialist, so he's got that on 5. Poser's Ride, all of which is going to take very little time, hopefully. We'll have Chris knock those out for the XP on 4s if she could. Well, at least she's gaining XP at a pretty good rate. And 19 minutes, that leaves us, what, 35 minutes? We've got the Blackjack. We do have 4 ER large lasers on order, but none in transit. Is that one of those that's impossible, I wonder? I think it is, because I don't remember. ER large laser. Yeah, that's impossible to get a hold of right now. So we might have to throw a regular large laser in there in the meantime. That would mess up my heat allocation for sure. I don't like that. I'm more concerned about not having 24 heat worth of large lasers than I am anything else. That's well, I guess it's just a testament to my personal quirks. The grasshopper. Oh, we're down to 20 points of armor. How did that happen? Armor standard, 15 points. We need to buy, oh, let's call it 15 lots of that. Each lot being 5 tons or 80 points. And that's not gonna be even ordered until tomorrow. So maybe we can, okay, we've got 15 points here we can do. Have Fred Modry knock that out. Please don't destroy the last of the remaining armor. We've got a cockpit that we can salvage on a 7. Success. I don't normally go for 7s, but I really wanted to knock that out in one day. We've got the head and the right arm ×4. Got the double heat sink and the medium laser at ×4 as well. We can have Veronica knock out this medium laser. Wait for Edelborg to do the head and the arm. We're also going to need a leg on this thing. B, maybe knock out this left torso. I want that on a 4, which means it's going to take more than a day. But yeah, we'll have B get started on that. Can we scrap this component? No, we must first remove components from it. All right, that's the right leg. Ataraxi! Hey, how's it going? Varank, hello, glad you could join us. Ataraxi says 80 points of armor is like 1 mech's worth. Yeah, depending on how badly damaged the mech got. In some cases, I've had mechs come back from the battlefield needing well over 80 points of armor. But yeah, I figured 15 lots is, should hopefully be enough to keep us going for a little while. Go ahead, we'll have Big Knock try to salvage these jump jets. I see MegaMek, I'll watch MegaMek. This is mostly going to be MekHQ, I think. We do have one battle lined up, but it's a space battle, which I'm probably just going to breeze through, because I'm not a big fan of space battles. Scrap that one because it's got a bad hip. And then we need to set ×4 for the replacement, and we'll have to wait a couple days for that. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to knock out some repairs before I do that space battle. And I've run out of armor, which is highly unfortunate. We do have LBX ammo on order. Oh, and that was it for Roundabout time. Rifleman, reload that. Ryan needs armor. Stalker needs armor and reloads. That's 60 minutes. That leaves him with 30 minutes. So we just got some armor to replace on these 4 guys. We've got the Grasshopper needing an armor, leg, and a head. And the Blackjack getting its arm put back on. All good. I haven't played in years, so it's good to see how it's changed. The campaign state tab is new. Yes. This is the new against the bot mechanic that they introduced a while back. This is, you have to, under the options, you have to enable strat ops to get this tab. And in fact, we've got 2 different maps. We already cleared the first one for this mission. The second one we've explored fully, but we still have enemy forces on the board. I think that's all the repairs we can do for today. It's time, I guess, to start our space battle, which, to be honest, I'm not super looking forward to. We've got a Stuka at 100 tons. We've got a Sholigar at 35 tons as our primary force. We've got reinforcements. We've got a Slayer and a Transgressor showing up on round 5. We've got a Slayer for our House Officer, which has an LRM-15 and 6 medium lasers and an SRM-6. Enemy forces are a Lightning, a Corsair, a Sholigar, another Corsair, a Thunderbird, 100-tonner with a pair of LRM-20s, 3 large lasers, and 5 mediums. And a Slayer with an autocannon 10 and 6 medium lasers. Is that? Yeah, that's different from our Slayer. Our Slayer has an LRM-15. He's got an autocannon 10. We also have pirates on this mission. We've got a pair of Eagles, one of which has a 2-3 pilot, making it worth 2,400 points. And we've got another one piloted by a 3-5. This is going to be just a plain basic map out in space. And our objective is to kill half of the guys in red and white. Can we maybe get some camo for the pirates? Let's go Black Inferno. Yeah, that works. I like that look. Let's get a little bit more. Yeah, cool little black and red camo scheme for the pirates. Alright, we've one initiative going into the deployment phase for round 1. We've got 2 units to deploy. Do we know where the enemy is going to be coming from? We've got primary OPFOR from the south. We've got unknown hostiles from the west, so we need to take maybe the east side down to south side. We'll go ahead and our Slayer has decided to join us. We have not won or lost initiative. We're going before the unknown hostiles, but after the primary OPFOR. We should have the advantage, but I'm not sure how much good that's going to do us. Those numbers make it hard to look at. I don't see the unknown hostiles. Alright, so we will accelerate ×5, which lets us move 5 spaces. And the Sholigar can accelerate 10, but I think we're going to stick together. We'll move 5 spaces as well. Large lasers don't have that kind of range. The LRM-20 also does not have that kind of range. Alright, no one's building up any heat yet. We have 1 initiative going into round 2. It looks like they're all clustering up together, which makes me nervous, because if I attack one of them, I'll be in range of several of them. But let's go ahead and we'll accelerate up to the speed of 10. We'll have him accelerate and then maybe cut an angle. Does that give us range with our medium range weapon? That does not. And we'll be going too fast to engage next turn. How do we handle this? Maybe we accelerate twice. can decelerate next turn, try to catch him from behind. And I'm sure that someone who knows the rules better than me is screaming at me saying, no, that's the wrong move, but I'm sorry, but I don't know what the right move is. The strategy here is just, ooh, Stuka is taking some heavy fire. Maybe we might be just getting off the map as soon as possible. Medium lasers, oh, we've got an alarm 20 as well. We'll go ahead and fire that on a 6. We've got no one in range here. So the Thunderbird landing 12 LRMs to our nose and right wing. The Slayer missing on a 9. The Corsair landing a large laser on our left wing. Down to 46 armor there. The Sholigar landing a medium laser to our aft. Our Stuka at the Corsair landing a large laser to the nose. Down to 65 armor there. And 12 LRMs to the nose and left wing. That Corsair is surprisingly tough given the size of his sprite. No one's building up any heat yet. And we have lost initiative going into the next round. Oh, the Corsair is a bit bigger. I was thinking of the Sholigar. Aerospace fighters are black magic. Exactly. That's, I know exactly how you feel because I feel the same way. I do know that I can accelerate up to this number and be okay, and it is additive, so we can go 5 spaces further than we did last turn if we accelerate. And I think that's... maybe we can turn this way? I think we need to accelerate 4 times to do that. Or no, we just kind of stuck going in a straight line, it looks like. Yeah, I think we're going to be lucky if we can just get our forces off the field in time. Keep them from dying. I tend to turn them off when I play. I wanted to try to mix things up, but honestly, I kind of regret that decision. All right, how far does that get us? That gets us quite far. That gets us out of harm's way at least, I think. And now we're getting ganged up on, and we've got no shots on anyone because there's no one in front of us. We've got, oh, we've got the Corsair with the medium lasers on 3s. And the Sholigar, of course, with his short-range weapon, has nothing. The Stuka landing 2 medium lasers on our nose and right wing. The Slayer landing his autocannon on our nose, medium lasers to the right wing and aft. The Thunderbird landing medium lasers to our right wing and aft, and LRMs to our right wing and nose. More LRMs to our aft and nose, and we returned fire, or no, the Corsair, continuing to shoot at us, hits us in the right wing, getting a crit on our large laser. A small laser to the aft. We, in return, no, still not us. We're taking fire from the Sholigar. Hits us in the nose and right wing with medium lasers. That right wing is down to 9 armor. The Slayer, our house officer, landing 9 LRMs on the Sholigar. Hitting it in the fuel tank, but not getting the explosion. The Corsair firing at us in the aft with medium and small lasers. Wait, when did we fire at him? Did I miss something? Oh no, we fired first. We fired at him. We got him in the nose and the right wing. So, yeah, he's still at 45 armor. We're down to 12 on our aft, down to 9 on our right wing, it looks like. Things are not going well. Let's go ahead and book it. Let's go ahead. We will fly off. And I think we will be returning. Maybe we can make another high-speed pass without dying. Likewise, we will fly off over here and return in 2 turns, presumably. Our house officer missing on a 10 at the Corsair with his LRMs. Everyone's at 0 heat. We've won initiative against the primary op 4. It's time for us to deploy our transgressor and our slayer. Let's go ahead. We'll do like this, I suppose. Oh, and there is unknown hostiles. This is going to be not good. Alright, transgressor is going to accelerate 6 times, I think. Just to try to get some distance between him and that eagle. The Slayer is the only other piece that we have to move. I'd like to accelerate twice, I think, and then try to maybe take shots at this lightning. Oligar flees the battlefield. That means he's not coming back. He didn't fly off. The transgressor has large lasers and medium lasers. Nobody is in range. We're getting fired on, and we're not going to be able to fire back. The Slayer at the lightning, 20 heat sinks. That's 6 medium lasers if we've got them. Okay, 18 heat sinks used. That's respectable. All right. Primary op 4 Thunderbird firing at our transgressor, missing with an LRM 20. Unknown hostile eagle firing at our transgressor. Hits him in the aft in the engines, and hits him in the right wing and the fuel tank. Medium laser to the aft, down to 27 armor there. Medium laser to the right wing. Our Slayer at the lightning hits him in the aft. He's possibly out of control. Hits him in the nose and the aft again, possibly out of control twice. LRM 15 hits for 9 LRMs to the left wing and nose, and 4 SRMs to the nose and the aft. The lightning lands an autocannon 20 on our transgressor's aft. Ouch, leaving us with 7 armor. Medium lasers to the right wing and the aft, leaving us with 2 structure. Rocket launcher pod takes 5 more to the aft. 6 structure remaining, possibly out of control. Rocket launcher to the aft, hits it in the engine, down to 4 structure. Rocket launcher pod to the left and right wing. Rocket launcher pod to the left and right wing. Rocket launcher pod to the left wing. To the right wing and the aft. Rocket launcher pod to the aft. Destroyed by engine destruction. So that is one of our fighters completely out of action. And unrecoverable. And that is a lot of rocket launcher pods. I wish he didn't have all of those to shoot. So we've got a transgressor we need to replace. That was a what, a 75 tonner, I think? Yeah, 75 ton fighter we just lost. Let's see, the enemy eagle at a transgressor, hits it in the aft, hits it in the right wing. Okay, so that's that. The lightning is out of control. Everyone's heat is under control. We've lost initiative badly going into the next round. Let's go ahead and we'll accelerate 2 and maybe try to swing around off the field. We've got nothing in the left or right wing that can fire. We've got aft lasers we can fire at the eagle on 4. And I feel like we're about to lose a Slayer as well. Oh, we've got a pilot on the field. Yeah, no, you can't do anything. Yeah, boom is right. That did not go well. Slayer firing at the Thunderbird, hitting it in the right wing, hitting it in the nose and right wing and nose, more on the nose and right wing. Jeez, where did he get all these rocket launcher pods? Left wing and nose down to 47 on that wing. Right wing is down to 34. The nose is down to 50. The nose is down to 42. No, that's the left wing. Nose is down to 47. Right wing is down to 29. LRM 15's hitting him in the nose for another 15 damage. It's down to 27 armor there. We've got fire on our Slayer, hitting him in the aft, catching him in the engines, and hitting him in the nose as well. Primary Op 4 firing at our friendly Slayer, hitting him in the nose, sending him possibly out of control. The Thunderbird firing at the Slayer, hitting him in the right wing, destroying a heat sink. LRMs to the right wing and nose. Our Slayer landing his medium laser on the Eagle's right wing, so kudos for that. Had one shot, you took it, and you hit. Lightning landing a medium laser on our Slayer's aft. Corsair landing a large laser on our House Officer's right wing, destroying another heat sink. Large laser to the nose. Eagle at the Slayer hits it in the aft with 2 large lasers and a medium. Mediums also to the left wing and another one to the aft, down to 9 armor there. Slayer succeeds at staying in control. Lightning remains out of control. We have surprisingly 1 initiative going into the next round. For what good that is worth, we are going to fly off, and I don't think we're coming back. Not with 7 armor on our aft. Lieutenant is not firing. Slayer taking fire from the primary Op 4 to the left wing, down to 40 armor there, down to 35 on the left wing. The Thunderbird at the Slayer landing 12 LRMs and another 12 LRMs. The Corsair at our Slayer landing a large laser to the left wing, small lasers to the left wing, down to 12 armor. The hostile Eagle at the enemy Lightning, hitting it in the nose with a large laser. Our Slayer landing shots on the other Slayer. Medium lasers to the left wing, right wing, and nose. SRMs to the right wing, 4 of them. LRMs to the nose, 9 of them. This fight seems unfair. Yeah, I'm sure if I was better at doing things like this, it would probably be more fair. We actually had the advantage going into this. I think we had 300 point advantage battle value wise just from our forces, plus the friendly Slayer, which is not nothing. But yeah, knowing the rules is a big part of winning this game, and I don't know the rules. Let's see, we have 1 initiative going into round 8, it looks like. And we've got a pilot who is not capable of firing. This is not going well. Oh, we did hit the Thunderbird in the engine, so that's nice. Lightning remains out of control. I think we can just call it here. I think we're just going to call it a defeat. And frankly, I don't really care. I thought our guys would have come back on the field by now, but they didn't. I thought it was 2 turns to get back on the field. Yes, we record the salvage. Okay. No, we did not control the battlefield. Yeah, the Transgressor is a total loss. The Sholigar, the Stuker, and the Slayer all made it back in one piece, barely. Wait, who was it? The Transgressor. Who was piloting the Transgressor? Andrew, I'm sorry, but we were not able to recover you. You're a prisoner now. Much to my chagrin. The Transgressor was not claimed by anyone on our team. We did not force withdrawal of Well, we didn't force withdrawal of any of them. Apparently, we came close to actually succeeding that objective. Going to spring for a copy of Flight Simulator for our pilots. I can't blame them. I can only blame myself. Oh, dang it. That was not a victory. That was quite a sound defeat. But yeah, that could have gone much better. Do we have anything in the repair bay that we can be working on? No, doesn't look like. Is there perhaps a transgressor over here, maybe? How about the Slayer is in the black market, so we're not even gonna try for that one. Not particularly interested in a Shylone or another Sholigar. Actually, for 2 million Seabills, we could probably go for a Sholigar. I'm not sure what the 1L is. Armor is 30 to 20 on the aft. 4 medium lasers. That's versus an SRM4 and 2 medium lasers. No, I'm not interested in a Sholigar. Hellcat is a weight of 60 tons. It's got 3 larges and 5 mediums. 65 tons for the Shylone 17 with the LRM. But we haven't got a pilot for it, and we haven't got the text for it. Honest. Yeah. Even as it is, these techs are gonna have their hands full repairing those. Alright. So our ground lances are back from their deployments. We just have some repairs to do. We need to get some armor in first. We do have a little bit of time before we need to take out this data center, so I'm going to go ahead and advance a day. Maintenance on Ash's Archer seems to have gone relatively well. I'm seeing some green A's. We did get the left torso fixed on the Grasshopper, which is nice. The right arm and the Blackjack is going to be another day. All the parts we can't have. And then armor will be delivered in 2 days, I'm seeing. Okay, we're going to have one in 1 day. 2 of them in 1 day. 3 lots in the next day, which is nice. So we can start repairing stuff. Got a double heat sink here. Shada can do that on a 3. Got a right leg. Do we have... Can Chris do that on a 6th? I'm hoping Chris can do that on a 6. If not... Well, we'll just have to try again. Penny Singilmore. 4 days. It's going to take her 1 day to finish that. 2 days there. 2 days there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and have Penny try for the arm as well, even though that's going to be a 4-day job. Starting today, so 3 days after today. Let's see. No armor, no armor, no armor. Reload some ammo bins on the Slayer. We'll have Yahori do that. We do have Hanul Yi. Looks like she might be ready to go up. Aerospace Tech. Green. Can we spend XP on current skills? We can. Okay, so we've got 3 regular aerospace techs now, one of whom actually has all of her time. So yeah, we'll have her 12. Jeez. Oh, field workshop, that's why. Change site to transport bay, site to transport bay, and that means there should be one more in the field workshop, the Sholigar, which actually didn't take any damage. I don't want it to be doing maintenance in the field, so I'll go ahead and change that now. Let's see, the Slayer. We've got Tanul Yi can repair the engine on a 6, but it's going to take 3 days. It's fine. We've got an ammo bin. We can have Bernard do that, and a large laser. We've only got one regular tech left with any time. That's going to be a 2-day job on a 5. We can do that. Alright, so that'll be done tomorrow, and then we'll have to put it in the mech lab to replace that large laser. That's gonna be... Head is gonna be starting tomorrow. Everything else is in progress. That's gonna be after we get the armor. Alright, that's scheduled. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll advance another day. Making it April 14th. We've been at this for exactly a month. We've still got 3 months left on the contract. Alright, we've got 4 lots of armor have arrived. The Slayer's going to be another day. We got the right arm on the Blackjack. Nice. Still working on the right arm. We got the right leg on the Grasshopper. And we got the large laser on the Stuka. So that leaves... Where is the head? There's the head. We'll have Edeborg start on that on a 5. Actually, and does she have enough for an edge? Because if she could be an no, she's still like 6 points shy of having enough for an edge. I was gonna say that would be an amazing combination, having an internal tech specialist and edge together. That would make her very good at putting parts back on mechs. In the meantime, see what we can do here. We've got, let me find a regular to put that armor back on. Sosek, Alexandru, Bicknock. Bicknock is in line to be our next veteran tech. Let's see, we've got Anacito. No, let's go ahead and give that to a veteran. Veronica can knock that out, hopefully. Got Denise. Alright, so that's that. We've got armor to put on the Grasshopper. Quite a lot of armor from the looks of it. Fred Modry. I don't know, Fred Modry has too much experience. I don't want him not spending 100 minutes ago. Oh, and we lost 20 points of armor. So that's going to slow things down a little bit, I think. Halima can do that, I hope. 130 minutes. We'll have B knock that out. Fred Modry can do a 60-minute job. Or try. We've got some jump jets. We could give those to a regular if they spend half their day on it, I think. We'll have Kazuko try to replace the jump jets. That works. We got some actuators. We can replace those on 5s, I hope. Alright, so the Grasshopper just needs his head and right arm finished being put on, and then we can replace those parts. We've got armor to put on the Marauder. Still got 200 points available. We'll have Fred Modry do the little jobs. I'm gonna call that anything less than an hour for right now. And that puts him at 34 XP. He's getting there. And that's what, 160 minutes? We'll have B do that. That's gonna leave her with 190 minutes, I think. The Orion needing 18 points of armor. We'll give that to Fred Modry as well. The Slayer which needs some love as well. We've got a regular tech with 30 minutes and a bunch of green techs. This is going to get expensive. No, they can actually do it on 4s and 5s. Ooh, on 9. 39 points of armor to the aft. Ouch. We'll give that to Red Milla. 6. Hopefully she doesn't lose that armor. The Stalker needing some armor as well. Fred Modry doing the little jobs. B doing the big job. Slayer being worked on. The Stuka needing a significant amount of armor as well. We'll give that to Bradley for this big job on a 4. We'll give this big job to Shihori on a 4. Ethan with 8 XP can knock that out hopefully and get started on oof. Gonna be another big job there. We'll get started on that. I think that's it for the aerospace fighters. Leaves us with 90 points of armor, which is just enough to get this Warhammer fixed up, I think. Have Guillaume do that one. Where's Fred Modry? We've got 42 minutes. We can knock these 2 out real quick. Lima can knock that out. Okay, so the only things needing replacing are the large laser on the blackjack. The grasshopper, of course, is still in rough shape. The Slayer and the Stuka are being worked on. Let's go ahead. Put this in the mech lab. We'll call that Mark II field refit. And we will replace this ER large laser, which is in the right arm. With a standard large laser. And that's going to take 240 minutes. Alright, so we can begin that refit. We will have Loni knock that out on a 10 plus maybe. And even if she fails it on a 10 plus, it'll just take twice as long. And no, she actually got it on an 11. So yeah, Loni knocked out that customization in half a day. That's got to be the fastest refit I've ever seen. That leaves the grasshopper in the repair bay and the 2 fighters. So Galatea is out. We've got Tonga and Mariana that we can send in. It's all data centered. Who do we send in first? Does Hoser want to be part of the reinforcements, or does he want to be the tip of the spear? I know he probably doesn't want to be the tip of the spear, but I'll give you a second. Meanwhile, in the infirmary, we've got just prisoners here. We've got just prisoners here. So I guess Earl is fully healed, which is good. Nothing a mech tech can't do with enough duct tape. Yeah, speaking of which, I'm thinking maybe we need even more armor. We've got 54 in stock. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Another 880 points en route. Duct tape will take care of it. Does that mean you want to be the tip of the spear? Do you want to be the first in the fight? I can arrange that. Tip of the sphere. All right, that's gonna be Tonga, right? Let me double check before I send the wrong team in. Yeah, Tonga. tip of the sphere. With Mariana as reinforcements. Because we've got 2 support points, which is plenty. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. We've got an allied house officer, a 3-5, and a crusader, not bad. And that's a crusader 3R, which has, okay, the SRM's LRM-15 medium laser machine gun build. So that's going to be your standard crusader. I was thinking it was a crusader 1R was that one, but nope, that's your bog standard 3025 crusader. We've got 4 enemy turrets, including a quad LRM-15 turret. That could be an issue. And we've got a primary op4 consisting of an Ost Scout, an almost elite pilot and a fire starter, an elite pilot and a dervish. We've got a Wolverine, a Scorpion, a Pegasus, a pair of vedettes, including one with an autocannon 2. Another fire starter, this one with a green pilot, a Panther with a green pilot, Commando, and a Skulker. Map is Ishikawajima, 35 by 35. Daylight, clear, and calm with 2 rerolls remaining. I don't know what I would use them for. Hostile controlled facility has been located. The house commanding officer will deploy alongside your units, keep them alive. The forces at this facility must be engaged for the specified duration. If destroyed, the facility will be considered to have been sufficiently distracted. Capturing this facility will allow it to be destroyed as well. So destroy or rout 75% of primary op4 and base turrets. Preserve the house officer. Preserve Tonga Lance and the house officer. Those are our objectives. Now with Mariana Lance, we've got Wyvern. Hoser is our commanding officer. He's got 2 tactics and a strategy. Yeah, I think let's check out this map first and foremost. We might need to re-roll the map. Oh, it's not even happening today. That's happening tomorrow. Alright, well, let's see how much we can get fixed between now and then. That should be most of the things. Data center hostile engage is today. Deploy a force. Okay, maintenance on the rifleman 4N. Looks like no change. Waiting for this armor to come up from E. We've got maintenance on the Marauder 5A. That's the one with the SRMs and the pulse lasers. Looks like no change there as well. No, slight change. We've got some armor quality creeping up. 10 tons of armor have arrived. We've got the armor on the Stuka twice. The aft armor is going to be a little bit longer, I think. Failed to fix the armor on the Slayer. We did fix the engine on the Slayer. I was worried about that. The head on the Grasshopper and the right arm are going to be just a little while longer. Should be just one more day. 240 minutes a day. Let's go ahead. We'll have Hanul Yi do this armor. It's going to take him a while, but he's got good odds of not screwing it up. I think that's everything. We can, I think, jump right into this next battle. Let's check out this map, see what we're dealing with here. Oh, that's looks like part of a map. It doesn't look like the whole thing. Oh, okay. This is clearly a fortified area. With a tall wall and only a couple of entry points. That's level, what? Level 6. So none of our guys, even with jump jets, are going to be able to clear that wall. We've also got multiple Type 2 buildings, which are going to block LOS. Right. Okay, the dark gray is the building. This is a mech bay of some kind, it looks like. Height 2 building, height 2 building, height 2 building. Yeah, this looks interesting. Go ahead and close out of the preview. We'll maximize this. And then we'll double check. We're deploying along the edge, and Mariana is deploying at the southwest. The enemy is deploying where is the enemy deploying from? Oh, they're deploying in the center. Yes, the primary outfit and the turrets are all deploying in the center. This is interesting. Yeah, I'm digging this. Let's go ahead. Compact display. We'll sort by battle value, see who the big bads are. The Dervish with the elite pilot. That's a 6M, which appears to be the standard regular old Dervish. We've got a Wolverine 6K, which has a large laser. We've got an almost elite pilot and a fire starter is their third biggest threat. I don't. Okay, so the Dervish and the Wolverine need to go down. The fire starter needs to go down. Other than that, looks like a bunch of ads. Alright, and we're deploying at the edge, so we could actually deploy along that bottom right corner and just completely cut out the defensive formation, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think that would be entirely in the spirit of the game. I think what I'm going to do, actually, this is Tundra. I don't know what a Tundra Hex does. But I think we're going to be trying to breach the wall from the north and maybe the west. Who's gonna have the best line of sight? We'll have Hoser come in from this side, maybe take out some turrets on this wall on his way in, make it to this point, and have open field of fire across all of this zone. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, they've got an Ost Scout who's deploying outside the wall. Got an LRM-15 turret there, which is probably going to be firing indirectly. We'll have the Stalker deploy here. Try to take out that Ost Scout before it can do much scouting. And then we've got the fire starter. Which fire starter is this? That is... Okay, that's the important fire starter. We'll have Ash from medium laser boat deploy with Warwolf there. And the Blackjack, I guess, will deploy over here alongside Hoser. And the Crusader, apparently. We've won initiative going into round 1. Now, I did notice that our objective is actually only to engage for 4 turns. I can almost guarantee we're going to go for more than 4 turns. Just to keep things interesting. As a matter of fact, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll move at a walking pace for now. Have Warwolf move at a walking pace. Oh, we've got backshots on a commando. That's at 5 hexes. Those large lasers are going to chew him up. These medium lasers are also going to chew him up. This is going to be ugly real quick. And then we'll have Tsubasa, maybe not too far ahead of Hoser, but we'll have him run this turn. Scorpion needs a 4 for reckless driving on pavement, gets a 5. The LRM-15 turret is taking fire from the Crusader. Hoser is... Ooh, could also be firing at the LRM-15 turret. It has a construction factor of 100. Command don't. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. We've got 3s with the large lasers. He's turning around and shooting over his shoulder at Ash with, I think, a medium laser and an SRM-4. Medium laser needs a 7. We need 3s and 7s on him. We'll skip the LRMs. Time for Hoser to shoot. In a second. Let me see if I can take out the Scorpion on 5s first. Put us at 5 heat, that's fine. Go for the double kill if we can. And follow that with the Archer on the Commando. On everything. Alright, Hoser, your target is apparently going to be this LRM turret. Because you don't have eyes on... You've got eyes on the SRM turret, the Flamer turret, and no, you've got eyes on the SRM turret and the machine gun turret, but not the Flamer turret. You lost sight of the Ost Scout, the Firestarter, and whatever other guy was over here. I think it was a Panther. No, it wasn't a Panther. Yeah, let's go ahead and try and take out this LRM-15 turret. We'll build up to 1 heat for that. And Tsubasa has a shot on a 5 at the same turret. 5 and a 7 with the large laser. Nothing in range of the mediums. Wait, was that a pure medium laser archer? Yes, it was. That was a yeah, 8 medium lasers. And the heat sinks to use them and then some. Even with an engine crit, it doesn't have to slow down hardly at all. And yeah, that was I think that was Ash's custom. She didn't like being in a mech with ammo, so we gave her a medium laser bow. The Commando hitting Ash in the right torso with a medium laser down to 18 armor there. The Crusader landing 21 LRMs on the LRM turret. And it's an archer, so battle fists. Yes, actually, not just battle fists, it also has hatchets. 2 of them. Because that's how Ash wanted it to be designed. Large lasers into the Commando's left torso, rear, and left leg. Medium lasers to the right and left leg. Oh, glancing blow to the left leg. Medium laser to the center torso, rear. Medium laser SRMs to the left leg and center torso, rear. Double critting on the engine. Blowing off the left torso, left arm, I mean, and critting on the SRM-6 ammo. So yeah, the oh wait, we've got LRMs at the Scorpion, hitting mainly the turret, but also the front. No crit, down to 5 armor. The Scorpion at the Archer hits her in the left leg for 5, and Ash returning fire at the Commando, which is already dead. Wow. On 8s, she still hit 3 times. That's kind of meh. Hoser firing at the LRM turret, landing 1, 2, 3 hits with the PPCs down to 49 structure, missing with the large laser. And yeah, Commando go boom indeed. The quad LRM-15 turret missing all 4 of its shots on Hosers on 9s. The Blackjack landing both of its large lasers for another 16 damage to the heavy building. Sorry, another 15 damage, because one of those is at extreme range. Those are dodged. As well as you can dodge in an 80-ton behemoth that moves at a whopping 54 kilometers an hour. Alright, Stalker is at 5 heat, Hoser is at 1 heat, the Crusader is at 2 heat, and that's about it for that. We have 1 initiative going into round 2. Okay, we've got a Vedette and we've got a Panther. Can we see this Panther? He jumped 4, he's on elevation 2. Let's see. Warwolf. Gonna wait for Ash to go. Ash is gonna maybe try to block this entrance as much as possible. Oh, we've got a Pegasus Scout over here. We've got a Firestarter we've got eyes on. We've got the Dervish, and that's the important Dervish, and he turned his back on us. I think it might be time to get the medium lasers into the action. Thomas, hi, how's it going? Good evening to you. I'm glad you could join us. We're about an hour in. We're doing a map on, what's the name of it? Or we're doing a battle on, what's the name of this map? That is Ishikawajima, which is highly fortified against some pretty serious op4. So yes, I'm glad you could join us. Hopefully we can knock this out real quick. I feel like we're drawing close to the end of this contract, which excites me because then we can start getting some parts in, like some endosteel. Once we get endosteel in, we can start upgrading our force some more, and then things are gonna be just so much better. We'll go ahead and get into kicking distance of this dervish because he's facing the wrong way. We're about to stress test 49.11. Oh, how much stress are we talking about? Are we talking like 40 units? Pegasus side slips 1 hex. Takes 4 damage to the front. That's hex 1818. I want to see where that happened at. 1818 is right here. So the Pegasus must have been coming this way and must have bounced off of the building and gone there. Is that the same head? That is the same Pegasus. It's taken damage to the front. 11 players and testing rules that aren't working on point 10. I'm curious to know which rules we're not working on point 10 that you're planning on implementing in this battle. Go up to 4 heat for the medium lasers on 6s. That's, I think, a good use of heat sinks. And we'll have the Blackjack likewise firing into the back of the Dervish. Sim fire and sim melee? Sim fire. Oh, simultaneous. Why was simultaneous fire not working on point 10? I thought simultaneous fire has been working for a while. And yeah, we're completely ignoring the Panther. We've got back shots on the Dervish. I want to take him down. He's got an elite pilot. Oh, it doesn't work with blind. I did not know that. I guess now I do. So this is the Firestarter. This is the more dangerous Firestarter. We'll go ahead and lay into him on 4s and 6s. That puts us at 2 heat, which is fine. Give us a little bit of a chance to cool down. Ash at the Pegasus on 8s. We should hit what? 40% of 8 is what? About 3 lasers. So hopefully one of those is enough to immobilize it. Ash taking some fire. I saw those arrows there at the end. Okay, so the Panther hitting the Blackjack in the left torso with his PPC on a 9. Hoser at the Dervish, hitting him in the right arm, the center torso rear, and the right torso rear with the big guns. Medium lasers to the center torso rear, double critting on the gyro, left torso rear, critting on his LRMs, and a head hit, leaving him with 3 armor and needing a consciousness check. Don't let that Firestarter get behind you. Firestarters are a lot less scary in tabletop, especially if you're not playing with the heat rules. I know in HBS Battletech, you do not want to let a Firestarter get anywhere near you, but in this case, they're basically just glorified machine guns. Actually, I'd probably rather have a machine gun than a flamer in this game. No, I take that back. The flamer is probably better. It does produce more heat, but it doesn't have the risk of ammunition explosion, and it's, if anything, better against infantry. But against mechs, flamers are not very effective the way I play. I actually have been thinking about enabling the rule that makes them more effective, letting them do heat and fire, heat and regular damage. But for right now, they're regular damage only. I can put that up for a poll or something if you want. If you guys want, I could make flamers more effective. Love machine guns. 200-point ammo explosions are fun. Yeah. Yeah, 200 points of ammo explosion is always fun. Let's see. The Blackjack at the Dervish, hitting with 3 out of 4 medium lasers, hitting the left leg, the left arm, and the right torso rear. The SRM turret missing on 11s. The Pegasus landing a medium laser on Ash's center torso. SRMs to the left and right torso. Stalker at the Firestarter, hitting him in the left torso and the right arm with the large lasers. Medium lasers to the center torso, right arm, transferring into the right torso. Left leg and right torso again. And 5 SRMs to the left arm, center torso, and down the right side. Most dangerous weapon in the game other than the Davy. The Davy Crockett, I assume you mean? Yeah, machine guns can be very bad for your health. The Firestarter, taking pot shots at the Stalker, landing a medium laser to the center torso, machine gun to the right torso, missing with everything else. Our Archer at the Pegasus hits him in the right side, hits him in the rear, and hits him in the right side. Not enough to immobilize him. +1 to driving skill rolls, but not good enough. The Dervish at the Archer, landing 11 LRMs to the left and center torso and the right leg. LRM 15 quad turret landing, ouch, 18 LRMs so far on the Blackjack to the right arm and center torso, right torso, left leg, left torso. Right arm, center torso, left leg. That right arm is down to 4 armor. The Crusader at the Dervish, getting the kill. Thieving bastard. Critting on the LRM 10 ammo, but that is a Dervish off the field, so I'm not that mad. Ash took 20 plus damage, needs a 4, gets a 10. The Blackjack needs a 6, gets an 11. The Firestarter needs a 6, gets a 6. Alright, we are not kicking the building, I don't think. Pilot Nora Takeda needs a 5 to wake up, gets a 5. And has been immediately picked up by the Blackjack. How? I don't know. But it did. We've won initiative going into round 3. We're at 98% of our forces. They're at 66% of theirs already. And it says they have 12 of 12 remaining, but I know for a fact that we've picked up their pilot at least. We've got reinforcements arriving. Dang it, I forgot to adjust the time for the reinforcements. We'll have Warwolf. Go ahead and advance to here. We can step on the Scorpion. We can maybe take pot shots at the LRM turret. Maybe, maybe not. We've got the Vedette, I think, on the right side. We've got eyes on it. Okay, the Firestarter. Let's go ahead and try to take him out. at a range of 4 hexes. Get into a range of 3 hexes. I want him at short range for the medium lasers. He's got 1 medium laser, I've got 8. 3 hexes is a good range for us. Oh, there's the other fire starter. Out of nowhere. That one's a 5-6 pilot though. I'm not too worried about him. Hoser would like to try to take out this LRM-15 turret this turn if we could. Tsubasa wants to be as evasive as possible because we took quite a beating last turn. We're down to 4 armor on that right arm and the left torso. I'm glad we don't have any ammunition to speak of, but let's not push our luck, shall we? We've got a range of 3 on the Vedette and a clear line of sight. I like those odds. And Hoser is going to advance at a walking pace and try to finish off this LRM-15 turret. It needs 34 more damage. That's going to be all 3 PPCs and at least a medium, which I don't think the medium is even going to reach. Maybe it will. Extreme range. Alright, Hoser at the LRM-15 turret. We've got -1s with the PPCs and a 3 with the large laser. Ooh, we cannot afford the large laser though. We've got 5s with the mediums. We'll do 2 of them and hope that at least one of them hits. That should be the LRM turret down and out. We've got this SRM turret. On a pair of 5s, and we only need to hit with 1 of them. Everything else is guaranteed to hit. Tsubasa at the Vedette, I think. Wait, how did this... Oh, that's a 2 hex entry zone. I didn't realize. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so that Vedette is actually on the ground next to Hoser. I didn't realize there was another pathway here. Yeah, we need to pay more attention to things like that. Meanwhile, we've got this Vedette on 7s. Let's see if we can do some good work there. We've got Warwolf at the Panther, maybe? On 8s. We've got the Vedette on 5s. 5s and 9s. And 7s. We'll keep the SRMs quiet this turn. Ash at the Firestarter, also taking fire from the Ost Scout in the back, which has 1 medium laser and a 4-6 pilot. So yeah, we're definitely going to concentrate on this Firestarter. Crusader is shooting at Hex 2216. Hits for 24 damage, leaving it with 76 structure. Panther missing Hoser on 10s and 9s. The SRM-4 turret landing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 SRMs on the Stalker to the center torso, right arm, costing us an edge. And 2 more SRMs, so that brings the total to 10. So that's going to be a PSR at the end of the phase. Firestarter missing on 8s and 12s. Hoser jamming 2 LRM-15s and destroying the building. It's a good thing we fired both medium lasers because only one of them hit. But it was enough. It was exactly enough. The Vedette missing the Crusader on a 6. The Vedette landing an autocannon 2 on Hoser's right torso, so scratching the paint just a little bit there. Our Blackjack at the Vedette hitting it in the front with a large and a medium laser, and the left side with another one. The Pegasus at Ash hitting her with a medium laser to the left leg and 3 SRMs to the center torso and left leg. Scorpion landing 2 medium lasers on Ash's left leg and left arm. Stalker at the Vedette landing large lasers to the turret and the front, costing it some minor damage to the motive system, leaving it with 4 structure. LRMs to the rear and right side, to the right side some more, but not the front. So that vedette is still active. The fire starter at Ash, hitting her with a medium laser to the center torso and a machine gun to the left arm. Ost Scout hitting her in the center torso rear with its medium laser. Ash at the fire starter, hitting him in the right torso, the center torso, and the left arm. LRM-15 quad turret destroyed by building collapse. Warwolf goes down, needed a 5, gets a 4. Takes 9 damage to the left torso, down to 10 armor there. Warwolf needs a 5 to avoid damage, gets a 10. Ash needs a 4 to stay standing, gets a 5. We can't punch or kick the vedette, so we're not doing anything there. We can't punch or kick anything there. Alright, Hoser's Ride is at 3 heat. Everyone else on our team is running cool. The Crusader is up to 8 heat, so he's taking targeting penalties. Both fire starters are at 10 heat, and the Panther is at 8, so they're all taking firing penalties as well. Did Hoser destroy the building? Yes, he did. Does he have a building painted on his mech? I'm pretty sure he does, actually. I feel like we have painted a building on his mech at some point. But yeah, that's also 60 LRMs off the field, which is, I would say, more important than getting a building painted on your mech. Alright, round 4. Technically the last round that we actually need in order to succeed at this mission. We've got the base turrets down to 20%, we've got the primary OPFOR down to 64%. Still says they have 12 units remaining, but I don't know if I buy that. Okay, Hoser, can we back up and try and take out this Panther next? The 6-6 pilot is overheating. He's undamaged. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright, Warwolf. Can we back up? Stand up and back up. We need a 6 to get up. Yes, we did get it. Ash. We're not going to be able to jump in behind the Ost Scout, but we can maybe land here. That gives us a range of 3 on the damaged fire starter. I like that. Oh, and suddenly we are surrounded. That was a Wolverine, the other fire starter, and 3 tanks. A Pegasus, a Scorpion, and a Skulker. Tsubasa. Can we jump? Can we get back shots on the Pegasus? Maybe. Yeah, we can. We can get side shots on the Pegasus on his right side, which is his weak side, at a range of 3 hexes. Alright, Wolverine running and turning on pavement needs a 5, gets an 11. Stalker needs a 6 to stand up, gets an 11. Skulker, reckless driving on pavement, needs a 5, gets a 9. Blackjack falls through the building? How strong was that building? All the other buildings are like 100 points. Okay, so we take 3 to the left torso, 10 to the right leg and right torso, and we need a 4 to avoid hurting the pilot. Well, that's not fair. Construction factor 25 on this building. I should have checked that. At least we didn't crush one of these fuel tanks. Alright, we've got 5s on the Panther. We'll do 1 PPC, we'll do the large laser. No, we can do 2 PPCs. We can do 2 PPCs. We'll skip the large laser and we'll do the mediums and the small. That puts us at -1 heat. Warwolf has shots on the Ost Scout, which is standing on a construction factor 50 building. So we would have to deal 20 points of damage, 21 actually, to destroy the building. No, we'll just go for the Ost Scout. We've got him on 4s and 6s. And the SRM turret, no. The machine gun turret, flamer turret, no. All impossible. We build up 2 heat for a 10? Yeah, we might as well. Ash is here to fight the Firestarter on 10s. That's not great. We've got the Wolverine on 8s. Got the Skulker or the Scorpion on 8s. Let's go for the kill on the Scorpion at least. Guns off the field, right? And of course, Tsubasa fell on his back and has a shot on the Panther on a 12. Sure. Alright, the Skulker landing a medium laser on Ash's left torso. Guns off the field is always good, yeah. I agree. Crusader lands 15 points of damage on Hex 2416. Panther missing Hoser's Ride on a 10. Firestarter missing Ash on an 11. SRM 4 turret landing 3 SRMs on Ash would have been the head, but goes to the right leg and right torso instead. Hoser at the Panther hits it in the right torso and the right arm with PPCs. Nice, down to 0 armor in both of those locations. Medium lasers to the left arm twice, the left torso and the right arm, critting on his hand. But he's still got that PPC, I think. Yeah, he just didn't fire it this turn. The Vedette landing a machine gun on Hoser's left arm. Bypassing the armor, but not getting anything good. The Pegasus at Ash's, firing at Ash with 6 SRMs hitting the right leg, left arm, center torso, right arm, left leg. Down to 8 armor on that right torso. Down to 11 armor on that leg. Stalker at the Ost Scout hits him in the left arm with a large laser, blowing the left arm off. Large laser to the center torso. Medium lasers to the right torso, right leg, right arm, and right leg again. Both SRMs and the LRM miss. And the Scorpion at Ash hits her in the right torso with a medium laser, down to 3 armor there. Wolverine at Ash hits her in the left arm and left leg with medium lasers, down to 8 and 6. Ash at the Scorpion hits it in the left side, costing it a movement point. Hits it in the turret, leaving it with 0 armor. Hits it in the front, injuring the commander and stunning the crew. The Firestarter hits Ash in the center torso with a medium laser. And the Ost Scout hits the Stalker in the right arm with a medium laser. Blackjack, of course, misses it on a 12. Ash needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 6. Ost Scout needs a 7, gets a 9. Panther needs an 8, gets a 3. Takes 4 to the left torso, needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets a 5. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 6. Alright, we've got the Stalker at 2 heat, everyone else is cool. The Crusader is down to 5 heat. The Firestarter is at 9, both Firestarters are at 9. The Wolverine is at 7, the Panther is at 2. We've won initiative going into round 5. We can officially call it at this point if we wanted to, but I don't think I do. We're at 95% of our forces. The base turrets are at 20%. The Op4 is at 60%. Hoser will continue backing up. We will try to keep this Panther at bay. Maybe take out this Vedette depending on what he does. Warwolf, not too badly damaged. Except that left torso. If we back up, we've got shots on the Firestarter though. And he won't really have much of a shot on us. Let's see. Tsubasa. cannot actually do that. He would just fall again. So we're going to get up. We're going to use careful stand. We're going to face this way. And we'll jump out next turn. Needs a 2. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh, now he has eyes on a Pegasus. Ash. Maybe back shots on the Wolverine. That puts us in range of the Flamer turret and the SRM turret. We're turning our left side to them. Left side. Take a Flamer and some SRMs, I think. Skulker needs a 5, gets a 7. Blackjack needs a 2, gets a 9. Panther needs a 6, gets a 7. Alright, Hoser has shots on the Panther and the Vedette. Vedette on 4s. Panther on 5s. Panther's about to lose its right arm, and therefore its PPC. He's also taken damage to the right torso, which could lead into the center torso, which I believe is where he keeps his ammo. No. The left torso is where he keeps his ammo, so less likely to set that off. Yeah, let's try and get that PPC off the field. We'll go with the PPCs on 5s, and the large laser on a 5 puts us at 1 heat. Nothing else in range. Stalker at the fire starter on 3s and I think 7s. Yeah, 7s. We'll throw in an 8 with the LRM, and we'll throw in the SRMs on 7s. That puts us at 3 heat. Ash into the back of the Wolverine, which has extended torso twist, and she is not evasive. I forgot he had extended torso twist. So that's going to be 6s into his back. Hopefully we can get something good. Like some SRM 6 ammo would be nice. And Tsubasa can maybe take out this Lost Scout's leg or the Pegasus. We'll go, 9. That's unlikely to hit with much of any, because the Lost Scout is hella evasive. We can hit the Pegasus on a 6. The Lost Scout on 9s. Yeah, that'll be, what, an 8 and 9s? Skulker hits the Blackjack in the right arm, going internal, leaving him with 6 structure. Crusader landing 14 LRMs on the building in Hex 2317. Panther landing a PPC on the Crusader's right arm. Firestarter missing on 11s. SRM 4 turret landing SRMs on Ash's left arm, down to 4, down to 2 armor on that left arm, down to 0 armor on that left leg. Oh, internal on the left leg. Hoser landing a PPC on the Panther's left arm, transferring into the left torso, which is where he keeps the ammo. PPC to the right torso, blowing off the right arm. PPC to the left torso, destroyed. He is now officially a stick. And missed with the large laser because his leg is behind cover. But he has no left or right torso, which means he's got no PPC and no ammo for his SRMs. The Vedette missing on a 6. The Pegasus landing a medium laser on the Blackjack's right torso. SRMs to the left torso and arm, and the right torso going internal twice. SRM to the right arm goes internal, leaving us with 4 structure. Stalker at the Firestarter, hitting him with large lasers to the right leg and left torso. Both going internal, costing him a heat sink. Medium lasers to the left leg, center torso, double critting on his engine. Left leg, critting on his foot and his upper leg. He's going down hard. SRMs to the right torso, center torso, critting on the gyro twice and the engine. That is a kill by engine destruction. Wolverine at Ash, hitting her in the left arm, critting on the hatchet. And you can't find those things anymore. Medium lasers to the left torso, small laser to the right arm, SRMs to the center torso and right torso, down to 3 and 1 armor in those locations. Ash into the back of the Wolverine on 6s, center torso rear twice, head forcing a consciousness check, which he barely passed. Right arm, left leg. Firestarter on Ash, hitting her in the left torso with a medium laser, down to 14 structure there. The Ost Scout landing a medium laser on the Blackjack's left arm. The Blackjack at the Ost Scout landing a glancing blow to the center torso. And glancing blow that deals 2 damage to the light building that the leg was behind. And the ER large laser needs a 7, gets a 7, hits the Pegasus in the right side, down to 1 armor there. Archer needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 5. Blackjack needs a 5, gets a 6. Wolverine needs a 7, gets a 9. Panther needs a 7, gets an 8. So nobody falls down. Ash can hatchet the Wolverine in the back on a 4 for 14 damage. We'll do that. Tsubasa is not going to kick the fuel tanks. Okay, Wolverine punched Ash in the left arm, critting on the upper arm actuator. She returned fire by hatcheting him in the center torso rear, critting on his engine, leaving him with 4 structure. Awesome is at 1 heat, Stalker is at 3 heat, Blackjack and the Archer are at 0 heat, our Crusader is at 6 heat. The Ost Scout is at 1 heat, the Wolverine is at 10, the Firestarter is at 11, the Panther is at 10. And they're all getting worse. The Panther is down to 5 heat sinks. And I think he's got no, he doesn't have an engine crit yet, I don't think. But it's going to take him at least 2 turns just to sink the heat he's got if he does nothing. Meanwhile, we do have them down below 50% of their forces, which I think was the objective. I know the objective was to engage the enemy forces for 4 turns, which we've also done. No, we need to destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units. Let's see. We need to get them down to 75% to take control of the facility, but it's a data center. I don't know what good that does. So we could just call it destroyed once we get down to 75%, which is about another 2,000 points. We're down to 93% of our forces, and we've won initiative going into this round. Alright, the Panther is fleeing because he's got no effective weapons. So we can go ahead and advance here. Or perhaps here. Werewolf will get into kicking distance of the Scorpion and maybe try to take some of the heat off of Ash. Ash, meanwhile, looking to be in really rough shape on that left. Oh wow, that whole left side. Yeah, she needs to get out of there. She needs to get out of there badly. She needs to turn her right side towards everyone. Oh, the Ost Scout's going in for the back shots. Tsubasa can jump to where? We can try to get in shots on this Firestarter. Or better pilot, but he's in better shape. I mean, we can try it. That gives us extreme range from the Flamer turret, medium range from the SRM-4 turret. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe to here, to where we're long range from the SRM turret. Yeah, I like that move. Pegasus needs a 6 for flanking and turning, gets a 9. Alright. Hoser has the Vedette SRM-4 turret, which is down to 86 structure, so the odds of taking it down this turn are vanishingly small. We've got the Vedette on 6s. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll go 6s all around. That puts us at 3 heat. Warwolf at the Scorpion on 1s. Yeah, we'll skip the LRMs on the Scorpion. We'll do the SRMs. We can do an LRM Firestarter on 10s, or the Scorpion on 9s, or we can not fire the LRMs and be heat neutral. Ooh, we've got the SRM-4 turret. Blocked by terrain, blocked by terrain. Okay, yeah, we'll go heat neutral with the Stalker. Ash, unfortunately, has, it looks like, maybe no targets. We've got the SRM-4 turret on 5s. Yeah, I think that's the biggest target we can see. We'll do all 8 of those. And Blackjack at the Wolverine on 6s, the Firestarter on 9s, Pegasus on 9s. We can do the Wolverine on 6s. It's a shame we don't have back shots because he's already badly damaged. 1 medium laser to that center torso rear and he's down and out. We'll do large laser and 4 mediums. That puts us at -2 heat for the turn. All of that on 6s. Alright, Crusader landing 18 missiles on the building. Firestarter missing on an 11. SRM-4 turret on 10s, landing 3 SRMs to the Ash's left arm, destroying the arm and going internal on the left torso. Hoser at the Vedette on 6s, hits it in the left side, costing it a movement point, hits it in the front, leaving it with 10 armor. The Vedette missing Crusader on 9s and 6s. The Pegasus. Time for a new arm again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty upset about that hatchet too. That's going to cost us a bonus point to fix it. A bonus. Did I say bonus point? I meant a bonus part. Which is the same as a support point. The Pegasus at the Blackjack, hitting it in the center torso and the left torso. The Stalker at the Scorpion, hitting it in the front and the left side and the front some more, destroying the Scorpion. Ash at the building, hits it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, down to 33 structure there. Wolverine at the Blackjack, hits it in the right arm, destroying it, critting on the large laser, transferring into the right torso and critting on a heat sink. The heat sink pisses me off more than the large laser, to be honest. And yeah, gonna need another arm too. The Lost Scout missing. The Blackjack at the Wolverine hits it in the right torso, the left torso twice, and the left arm. Not getting the hits that we were hoping for. The Wolverine needs a 7 to stay standing, gets a 7. Let's see, we're all running pretty cool except for Hoser's Ride is up to 3. The Crusader is at 7. The Wolverine is at 12. The Firestarter and the Panther are both at 9. We've won initiative going into round 7. We've got them down to 44% of their forces. Hoser, can we get eyes on that Firestarter? I think we can. That's medium range. We can get him into short range for the PPCs. We're still in his right arc. But I feel like we can do some good damage to him. Yeah, that Firestarter did move. He jumped, I think. He jumped 5 hexes for a target movement mod of 3. If we run, that gives us +5. At short range, your base to hit number is 0 with those PPCs. So yeah, you're gonna need 5s to hit him. I feel like you can hit him at least with 2 of those. Provided you don't fall down, you need a 2 or better. Warwolf is going to approach the Wolverine and try to take him down. Ash is going to just book it. Ash just needs to get out of there. So does Tsubasa. The Skulker and this. Okay, the Skulker needs to make 2 checks for reckless driving on pavement. Needs a 5 both times, gets a 9 and an 11. I was nervous about falling on a 2. Alright, let's see if we can knock out this Firestarter on 6s. Oh, he's got partial cover. Well, dang. We'll throw in a 10 just to be heat neutral. Warwolf at the Wolverine on 1s and 3s. And we can throw in an LRM at the turret on a 3 as well. Put us at 1 heat. Excuse me. Ash has no targets within her arc. Tsubasa has the Wolverine, has the SRM, not have the SRM turret. Just the Wolverine, and that's on 6s. So we'll do 6s and 8s. We'll go up to 1 heat for that. Oh, I saw red. The Crusader landing 21 missiles on the building. It's down to 12 structure. The Firestarter missing on 12s. The Vedette at the Crusader hitting him in the right arm and the center torso. Hoser landing 1 out of 3 on 6s. Would have been 2, but the right leg was behind the building. You did hit him in the right arm, critting on one of his medium lasers and leaving him with 2 structure. The SRM turret landing 6 SRMs on the Stalker's left and center torso, leaving it with 4 armor on that left torso. Stalker at the Wolverine hits it in the right torso with both large lasers, critting on his SRM 6 ammo for 144 points of damage. That's the Wolverine down and out. Medium lasers following that up, SRMs following that up. LRM 10 at the building, it's down to 6 structure. Wolverine returning fire, landing a small laser to the right leg, down to 27 armor there. Blackjack landing hits on the Wolverine as well, but it's already dead. Warwolf is not going to kick the building. Alright, Stalker is at 1 heat, Blackjack is at 1 heat, the Crusader is at 8, Firestarter is at 10, the Panther is at 7. Can we call this yet? They're at 28.75%, so we need to kill like at least 1 more of them. Let's see. I did not happen to notice who won the initiative, but I'll bet it was not us. Tsubasa will back up, and maybe we've got eyes on something with the ER large. Warwolf might just stand still and try to take out this this Firestarter, which hasn't taken too much damage. Yeah, we'll stand still. Make ourselves a target. Hoser. We just turn around. We've got eyes on this Vedette. Yeah, we'll do that. And Ash will go ahead and continue fleeing as well. Panther flees the battlefield. Vedette flees the battlefield. Do we have them? Was that... We might actually have them at this point already. Just from them fleeing the battlefield with what points they had left. We've got the Vedette on 1s. We'll go ahead and light him up. And we'll skip the 3. Throw in some 5s, putting us at 2 heat. We've got the Firestarter on 3s and 5s. We've got the SRM turret on a 2. It's got 6 structure, so hopefully that's enough to do it. There are some units running, yeah. Heading to Big Fluffy's stream. Have a good night. Alright, I appreciate you stopping by. I was planning on raiding them in about 10 minutes here. But yeah, definitely good to have you. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, Ash has no targets. Tsubasa has no targets. Alright, Crusader destroys the building. Hoser destroys the Vedette. The Stalker hits the Firestarter in the left leg, left torso, left leg again, critting on his foot. Left torso again, center torso twice. SRMs to the head, right and left torso, center torso, right arm destroyed, center torso down to 10 structure. Hoser should build up heat, it's about the end. I mean, that's overkill at this point, and he did build up a couple points. The SRM turret missing 3 out of 3 on 6s, so we got lucky there. Firestarter landing a machine gun on the Stalker's right torso. The Vedette landing an autocannon on Hoser's left leg. Scout missing on a 7. SRM-4 turret destroyed by building collapse. Firestarter needs 2 piloting checks, both of them at 9 for that leg or that foot actuator. Takes 4 to the right torso, needs a 9 to avoid damage, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets the 5, barely. Can we kick the Firestarter? No, we can't, but we can kick the building he's on. And maybe that's enough to make him fall. 17 damage. Oh, it is. It's down to 33 structure. It collapses. He's hit by falling debris for 4 damage to the right leg. Falls 2 damage, takes 12 to the right arm, right torso, left torso destroyed, blowing off his left arm. Transferring into the center torso, critting on his flamer and his gyro. Needs an 8 to avoid damage, needs a 7 to stay conscious, and he barely gets that 7. He is hanging in there. Alright, our heat is all pretty in check. The Crusaders down to 4. Firestarters at 9. Pilot Anka Vasiliev needs a 10 to wake up, stays unconscious. We've got them down to 15% of their forces. We can go ahead and call that victory. All right. Yeah. That's just about everything. Yes, we want to save the salvage. Looks like Hoser got 1 kill. Did we control the battlefield? Yes, we did. We obliterated them. We didn't even have our reinforcements show up. The Blackjack is crippled, missing an arm, including almost half of his firepower. Archer, likewise missing an arm, listed as heavy damage. Yeah. Down to 1 armor on the center torso, 1 armor on the right torso, internal on the left torso and the left leg. We're gonna have to replace that hatchet. No one got hurt, fortunately. The flamer turret did not escape. The machine gun turret did not escape. This Firestarter was prone at the end. Oh, he's got a gyro hit and a busted foot. He did not stand back up. We're gonna say he did not escape. The Skulker got away. And did we capture any peoples? It looks like just a couple of Vedette crew members. The SRM-4 turret, that goes to the Crusader. The LRM-15 turret, that goes to Hoser. The Dervish goes to the Crusader as well, the kill-stealing bastard. So, that makes Warwolf the MVP with the Scorpion, the Firestarter, the Wolverine, and the Commando. Hoser in second with the LRM-15 turret and the Vedette. We did force withdrawal of 75%. We did preserve 100% of the Crusader. We preserved 50% of our forces. we did engage hostile forces for 4 turns or more. At least one pilot. Mech picked them up turn 2. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the pilot that we picked up is on the list. Was it? That's one thing I've noticed, is that if you pick up a pilot, they don't appear on the list of potential capturees. We preserved the machine gun turret and the flamer turret, but not the LRM-15 turret or the SRM-4 turret. We destroyed both of them. We did force the withdrawal of pretty much everyone. Okay, so we've got 2 scenario victory points for that, 1 for that, 1 for that. All the scenario victory points, the facility will be destroyed, failed, -1 scenario victory point for not leaving the thing intact. Yeah, I mean, I know it's weird. I think it might happen automatically. I'm actually about to check. Disconnected to the server, command center. Let's see. Yeah, Sonyoung Scarestad has been added to the personnel roster as a prisoner. Naren Rin has been added to the personnel roster as a prisoner and has decided to defect. But yeah, no one else, including the ones we picked up. They just disappear. Didn't we preserve more? No, we destroyed 2 of the turrets. So we don't get to keep the base. That said, there's no more base, there's no more OP4, there's no more enemies. I think now is a good place to go ahead and save it. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark already. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Let's go ahead and /raid Big Fluffy. So, thank you all for joining me. It's been quite a hoot. Thanks for the mission. Thank you guys for joining me. It would not be the same without you. We'll go ahead and create the raid. 2 viewers are ready to raid. 3. Do I have 3 viewers? Alright, let's go ahead and do that now.